So I'm Nathan. I play the drums in a band called the K's. And 3 words I was used to describe our music is fun and loud, and being the second word there. I think obviously we had quite a lot of songs ready to go for the first one, and then because I mean the K's have been going for a long time, and like you get like a really long run up to your first album, you know what I mean? Because you've got all the songs that sort of were written during your band's formative years, whereas this one was sort of, we had some ready to go that we didn't think fit the first album really. So they're sort of from a similar sort of time period as the first album. They're just different songs. And we wanted to sort of strike while the iron was hot, I think. Get into the studio and just start doing it. We're one of those bands that can't sit still for very long. Like we have to carry on going, you know, and doing stuff. We've got quite an eclectic sort of taste as a band, from like, you know, the Talking Heads to like Blink-182 and like everything in between, and like we just we're always plucking from current pop music and saying we should do something like that, or we should, oh, that's a cool song from Sabrina Carpenter. So you know what I mean? Like, so it's a bit of a funny one. It's a really sort of wide pool that we draw from, you know. I'd say one of our main influences is always like sort of older punk and current pop, I'd say. Like, as weird as that might sound, it's like me and Jamie do a lot of listening to what's like current on the radio and stuff like that. New Rachel Chinariri EP is so good. Can We Talk About Isaac? That's a great tune. Like, love it. Like, and like we're always just sort of pinging things like that to each other. But then we go back to the Jam and the Clash and things like that, and we, you know, it just creates a really sort of fun writing environment when you're constantly drawing from different things. So yeah, I think maybe before the first album we were a bit sort of intent on sticking with a certain formula, but like as we've progressed, I think we're way more open to doing like, oh, let's that you know, that Lord song's class, let's do something like that, you know what I mean? Just see how it happens, see how it goes. So yeah. Well, actually, the single that came out at midnight tonight has this really fun, like, it's like a spoken word bit. It's a bit different for us. Like, it's got like this middle eight sort of instrumental. We're a bit nervous about it because it's so different for us. But like, it's got me. So Jamie does this spoken word bit, our singer, and me, Ryan, and Dex, the remaining 3, got into the vocal booth all at once and just like started screaming at each other. and then we had it like really low in the mix, but there's some like really funny insults that are just like really underneath everything that you'd never hear, but we know they're there. So yeah, see if you can find them. I called Dexter's dad some horrible names, but that's because he called my dad some horrible names, you know, so we just went back and we went blow for blow. I'm very inclined to talk about like, I wish we had like sometimes like a really huge sort of like wall of sound moment, like Deftones and shit like that. Like I just love Deftones, and like that huge sort of like that sound that feels like you can take a bite out of it. Do you know what I mean? That sort of really chunky, huge punchy drums, that sort of thing. I love that shit. I live for like really like visceral music. Do you know what I mean? That you really like. It's intense almost, you know. So that's what I'd like us to be a bit more like in the future, but we'll see. The other three like a lot of slower stuff. Maybe. I think that's what makes us work. Is my influences are completely different to Jamie's and Ryan's and Dex's. So yeah, loads. I love Charlie XCX, and I know that like the majority of our fans would be like, oh, Charlie XCX, but like honestly, like she is just. I mean, like, I got into it during, like, lockdown because she did How I'm Feeling Now, which is incidentally, like, 5 years old, I think, today or maybe yesterday. She just posted about it, like, 5 minutes ago. And I'm super excited about it. Yeah, like, Charlie, Addison Rae's new tunes, as much as, like, people don't want to take her seriously because she's a bit of a TikTok dance sort of person, I think Headphones On is a great tune. And Any Sabrina. I just love Sabrina. But a Chapel as well. How can I forget? Like all the sort of the pop girls having the moments. You know what I mean? Like I'm loving it. I'm loving this sort of new wave of because it's not just like boring pop music. It's really fun. Like Chapel Roan's out like debut is just fucking like Rise and Fall of a Midwestern Preacher. Like that's just so like different for a pop star. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I know. Who can I say? Who can I drop in it? I'd say Dex has an awful sort of habit where he'll put on like a tune that we've all got those tunes that we just wouldn't play for our friends because it's quite slow or it's just like quite an introspective song that you might want to listen to and just have a think. But Dex is like really bad for just putting on the like a really like deep and thoughtful song when we're driving on a long drive, and it's like, oh man, I feel terrible. Like we were on a high, like we were listening to like Juno and whatever, like, and now we're listening to fucking Simon and Garfunkel. So like I'd nothing against Simon and Garfunkel, but the Orcs, he doesn't quite match the energy. Do you know what I mean? I love you though, Dex. If you watch this. That's a great question again. Probably American Idiot. I just put it on start to finish and just fucking, those 2 9-minute songs are just fucking ace. Jesus Suburbia and Homecoming. Yeah, American Idiot every day of the week. I would probably say I think because I hope we come across quite normal. I hope we come across like we're just giving it a go sort of thing rather than like, yeah, we've got to fucking nail this. Like I hope we come across quite sort of going with the flow. And I think that sort of vibe is, I don't know, you see a lot of people really quite like try hard these days. And I hate to use that like phrase, but like, it doesn't feel very natural. If it doesn't feel natural to us, we don't do it, and like, so I think people like that we're a bit sort of, I'm really bad at like saying nice things about my band. Like, I think we're quite personable is what I'm trying to say. I think people can see a bit of themselves in all of us and the music. So, yeah. Oh yeah, God, there's loads like Mark and Nima. I mean, I saying this like you guys will know who they are. Like we've got some really dedicated fans like Mark and Nima, Chapel, just lovely people. But yeah, without fail, every time they'll be in front of Ryan, and it'll just, I don't know, they follow us around like on tour, like they go on their own tour with us, sort of thing, and it's just like really like wow, that's a lot of money you're spending to come and see little old us, But yeah, and they're just a couple of names. Like, there's loads of people who do that. Like, we're really lucky. We've got a really like passionate sort of fan base, and long may it continue. Like, we're really lucky, really lucky. Yeah, just really like. It's weird. When I first joined the band, it was like, oh my god, like we're playing Lafayette, like 1,000 cap in London, like, and now we're doing the Roundhouse. It's sort of a different feeling. It's like, like I don't know, like it feels like, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? I'm fucking buzzing to do the Roundhouse. Whereas the first time I went on tour with the band, I think I was sort of like, like this is amazing, Whereas now it's sort of like feels. I don't know if when we're on those stages, we feel like we're supposed to be up there, which is like the main thing. I think I've felt a couple of times maybe out of my depth sometimes, but like not this tour. I mean, in the past, and I've outgrown that now. I think, which is natural, but still, if that sort of sense of wonder's not quite there anymore, which is great. Like, because it feels like we're just supposed to be. It feels like our job, which is great. It feels normal. It's funny because like a lot of those dates that we did late 2023 with the Ratings, we're now headlining ourselves. So like the growth we got off that tour was just wonderful, and the Ratings are so they're lovely guys, and we got so much out of that tour, like to be able to, oh yeah, I've been here before, we've been here with the Ratings, like, oh yeah, we've done this venue, but now we're headlining it, and yeah, it's great. The one that always comes to mind whenever I get asked something similar, like I always sort of think Glasgow was another level. Like, it was 12:30 on the Sunday. Obviously, everybody's like hungover or whatever else, and we were just sort of a bit nervous. We really wanted it to be special, and we were worried that there would be no one there because it's 12:30 on a Sunday, like I say, like so. But we got there, and we were just overwhelmed almost. Like, it was packed. We couldn't see the end of the tent, sort of thing. It was just one of those things. It's like what you dream of when you start playing music, So yeah, that was definitely a big highlight. And then playing Reading and Leeds main stage as well is just one that you just see when you're a bit younger and starting playing the drums and thinking, I'd love to do that one day. I think the one when I was 12, I went and saw Blink 182 at the Apollo in Manchester, and Travis Barker just sort of changed everything for me. Like, he did a drum solo, and I just remember thinking, I want to play the drums. That was so cool, And from there, I just started playing the drums. So that performance from Blink when I was like 12 years old at the Apollo. I mean, it's mad to think that they even played the Apollo in Manchester like that short of a time period ago. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, that changed my whole world. Definitely, forever grateful for that night. So yeah. Probably Brat. The first time I listened to Brat, like just under a year ago, I was in Malta for, or maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't Malta. It was Spain. We were there for a festival, and Brat had just come out, and I went on a bit of like a road trip on my own. I say road trip, I was just getting on the bus, and I put Brat on, and I thought, this is like, because like I said, like I'd been following Charlie for like a little while, and it was just like, oh. This is like her at like the peak of her powers, sort of thing. It was just wow, yeah, fucking ace, Brat every day of the week. Would it be weird if I said Saving Private Ryan? That might be a little strange. I don't think our music fits over like World War II, but like it's just my favourite film. I'd like to see what we could do with it, maybe. You know what I mean? There might be a few little bits and bobs coming out. The main one's obviously the album, but we've got a few little plans here and there. We'll see how they materialise, but yeah, hopefully there'll be something for everybody to look forward to. No, you're going to be really disappointed because I took a little while there, but it's all meaning. I was trying to think of like a really fun one, but I couldn't. I fucking love discos or squares. Like, they're really like thick. Do you know what I mean? You get a good crunch out of them. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what they do to them, but it can't be good for you. But it's great. Those guys are great.